Hey, hi guys, welcome to the channel. Hope you are doing well. So today in this video I am going to solve an interesting puzzle titled Tigers, the Tigers and the Sheep. The name of this puzzle is The Tigers and the Sheep. Sheep. Okay. So let's see. Let's understand the problem statement first. 100 tigers. So we have 100 tigers and one sheep are put on a magic island that only has grass. Okay. Tigers can live on grass, but they want to eat sheep. Okay, if a tiger bites, there is a condition. If a tiger bites the sheep, then it will become a sheep itself. Okay, if two tigers attack a sheep, only the first tiger to bite converts into a sheep. Okay, so let's say if there are two tigers attacking the sheep to eat. Okay, the tiger which bites first will get converted into sheep and the second one will not be converted. Okay, now tigers don't mind being a sheep. They are okay if they are converted into sheep, so they want to eat the sheep simply, but they have a risk of getting eaten by another tiger. So let's say tiger one bites the sheep. Okay, and tiger one is now converted into sheep. Now this sheep can be eaten by other tigers. Okay, so there is this risk getting eaten by some other tigers. All tigers are intelligent and want to survive. So all the tigers are intelligent. Okay, and they will definitely want to survive, and they will also try to eat the sheep. Okay, now the question is, will the sheep survive here? If there are 100 tigers and one sheep put on the island, will the sheep survive? So give it a minute to think on it. Okay, and then after that you can watch this video for the solution. So let's start solving this problem. So we can solve this problem using bottom up approach. So when I say bottom up approach, bottom up approach, when I say this approach, so you can assume, let's say if there is one tiger and one sheep, then what would be the case? Will tiger eat the sheep or not eat the sheep? If there are two tigers and one sheep, then what will be the case? Will the tiger eat the sheep or not eat the sheep? And in this way you can go on and finally see if there are 100 tigers and one sheep, will the tigers eat sheep? I mean, will the sheep survive or not survive? Okay, so let's start. We have initially, let's say we have one tiger, that is T1, and one sheep, we have S. There is only one sheep. Let's represent this as S node. Okay, for the first sheep. Now here, will the tiger eat the sheep? So if there is one tiger, okay, and one sheep, so we have in the problem statement, tiger wants to eat sheep, no doubt. But tiger also want that they should not be, once the tiger is converted into sheep, the any other tiger should not eat it. So in this case, if tiger eats sheep S0 and gets converted into sheep S1, let's say, now this sheep S1 is, there is no risk of for this sheep to get eaten by any other tiger because there is no any other tiger, right? So in case of this, sheep will not survive. Sheep will not survive here. Okay, so when we are asked that if sheep will survive or not, we are talking about the first sheep that we have on the island. Okay, if this particular sheep will survive or not, not the converted ones. Okay, so let's see now. Let's say we have two tigers. Okay, and they are T1 and T2 and one sheep here. Now that is yes known. Now if tiger 1 eats the sheep, what will happen? If tiger 1 eats the sheep, T1 will be converted into S1 sheep 1, and now there is T2. Now once it is converted into sheep, there is another tiger remain, and this tiger will want to eat this sheep, and once it eats this sheep, right, the tiger 2 will be converted into S2, and if this tiger 2 eats the sheep 1 and this tiger 2 is converted into sheep S2, now this tiger 2 has no risk that any other tiger will come and eat it. Okay, so here since tigers are intelligent, this tiger 1 will check all the conditions. Here, if I eat sheep, then tiger 2 will eat me. Okay, for that reason tiger 1 will not eat it. Now tiger 2 will also think the same thing. If I eat sheep, then tiger 1 will eat it, and tiger 2 will also not eat the sheep. So in this case, sheep is going to survive. Sheep will survive. Okay. Now let's take the case where we have three tigers. We have three tigers, T1, T2, and T3, and we have one sheep S0. Now here let's say if tiger 1 eats sheep S0, now this tiger will be converted into sheep S1, and we have two tigers remain. Now this is the same case as above. If you see here, this case we have one sheep and two tigers T2 and T3. Now in this case, in the earlier step when we had two tigers and one sheep, this is the case of two tigers and one sheep, and hence in this case also, in this case, this sheep will survive, but the actual original sheep is not survived. Okay, so if we have three tigers, sheep will not survive. Okay, because once this tiger T1 eats the sheep, it is converted into sheep S1. Now this sheep S1 is safe. This T2 and T3 will think the same way as it had thought in the earlier case, that is when two tigers and one sheep. So sheep S1 has no risk of losing the life. Hence tiger 1 will always eat the sheep in case of three tigers and one sheep. So if we have three tigers and one sheep, sheep will not survive. What if there are four tigers? If there are four tigers, we have T1, T2, T3, and T4, and sheep is not. Now let's say if T1 tiger 1 eats the sheep. After tiger 1 eats the sheep, we have a condition of sheep and three tigers and T4. Now this sheep, okay, have a risk of getting eaten by any of these three tigers. How? You can see when there was case of three tigers and one sheep, it will follow the same pattern. Other tigers will take the same way as it had thought for three tigers and one sheep. So here T2 or T3 or anyone will eat it, and it will convert into another sheep 2, and then T3 and T4 will remain, and T3 and T4 will again think the same way as it had thought in the case of two tigers and one sheep. Okay, so here you can observe the pattern. Okay, here you can observe the pattern. When there is one sheep will not survive. When there are when there is one tiger, sheep will not survive. When there are two tigers, sheep survives. Okay, similarly when there are three tigers, sheep not survive. For four tigers, sheep will survive here. No, because the the first tiger which eats the sheep has risk of losing its life. So the first sheep is not going to eat the initial sheep, that is not. Okay, so here sheep will survive. And you can observe the pattern for all the cases. So if there are odd number of tigers, the initial sheep will not survive. If there are even number of tigers, that is 2 and 4, you can see the example, the sheep will survive. Okay. Similarly, if you see, when there is case of 100 tigers and 1 sheep, here the sheep will survive. Sheep will survive as 100 is even number. Even number of tigers are there on the island. Okay. So that's all for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you.